Welcome to the homestead. I'm up here on Sawmill Ridge today enjoying one of the most beautiful December days I think I've ever seen. Well, it's been a long time anyway. Just don't have many days like this in December. As a matter of fact, it's bringing to mind the scripture, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." And I hope that you can rejoice and be glad in the day in which you are watching this video, and I hope it blesses you. Last video we had a cypress on the sawmill and made some real pretty lumber out of it. Today we'll put a cedar log on the sawmill. And I have several cedar logs that were gifted to me, and I was blessed and glad to receive them. And I look forward to opening them up to see what's inside. The cedar logs vary in length from a little over 8 feet for these two, and then got 3 in here that are about 6 feet. So there'll be a little challenge on the mill, but that's okay. We'll be able to handle it. Just reconfigure, rearrange the dogs. And here, I've already pulled this one out. We'll probably do this one last when we get to it. This one's a little over 12 feet. So you can see there's already some decay on the outside, but that doesn't mean that the inside is. We will see. I'm not sure how old these logs are, but they're cedar, and so cedar, like cypress, is resistant to rot, resistant to bugs, and so I'm looking forward to getting into these. Nice. All right, got that cedar log down to a nice cant. There's still a little bit of some decay here. I was taking a lot off that log, and just to get most of that decay away. It had some very deep knots and some decay that went deep, and you can see that right here. So I may even have to go down a little further. That's about as far as it goes, I think. Otherwise it's pretty solid. So I did have a little more waste than I would preferred. So it was, but I was asked about the difference between cedar and cypress, and so you can see the looks here. On the left is the cedar log, and over here on the right is the cypress. These are the offcuts of the two logs, and so side by side you can see what they look like, at least differently. They're both very aromatic woods. That is, they smell great. They have a strong smell, and to me the cedar smells wonderful and the cypress smells wonderful. They just have a great smell, and of course it's hard to translate a smell over video, I know, but if you've ever smelled it, you know what I'm talking about. And they're both very bug resistant and rot resistant, so they're used a lot down here in the south. We do have some cypress around here, and cedars as well. They're soft woods, they're easy to work with, and easy to saw, easy to mill, and just a pleasure to work with. In my limited experience, and here are some of those cypress boards over here. And the cypress tends to be a brownish, tannish, maybe even white, or whiter, and a lighter wood, and whereas the cedar of course has that beautiful red all through it. All right, let's make some boards. Ooh, that smells great. That's some good smelling stuff. Look at that. That's beautiful. Do have right here, this board will not be very usable. It's really soft, very pithy, and yeah, it's pretty. So it may not make it, but I think the next one still has also has some problems. Let's see. Get down in here. What we're got lots. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that's some pretty stuff. Well, that log yielded 6 3/4 inch by 6 inch wide boards with one little thin board here on the side, and that's some pretty lumber. Cedar is pretty. Some nice stuff, and I've got several more logs. That log was kind of a small log. It had a lot of decay, and I don't know if that came through on the video, and a lot of deep holes in it where there was knots, where there was limbs and there were knots, and it was holy. So I have both cypress and cedar over here, some waste cuts that I'm pretty sure is going to be used for something, so that won't go to waste. I got some ideas. Always got some ideas about all this stuff. And this lumber we may be using for an accent wall in our house, so that's why I'm doing the 3/4 inch. And that small log yielded that much, and so I'm thinking that the larger logs, larger in diameter anyway, will yield, of course, more, just depending on the amount of decay that goes down. A couple of these boards have a little bit on them, as we showed before, but I think by and large they're pretty good shape. Dolly D. Been a long day, Dolly D. You tired? You ready to go home? This is a standing cedar tree. It's very small. It's about 5-6 inches at the butt, but it's tall and slender. But this is a cedar tree, and this is a cypress tree. And this tree is where most cypress trees love to be, near water. And those are the cypress knees. If you're not familiar with cypress trees, we have them down here in Mississippi and Louisiana prolifically. And they love bayous and swamplands and any type of wet area. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I'll make some more. I'll keep on making them. If you'll keep on watching, I'll keep on making. But sincerely, I do appreciate you watching, and especially subscribing. And well, especially subscribing and watching and sharing and liking and comments. Thank you for your comments. I've really been inspired and blessed and encouraged and educated by your comments, and so keep them coming, and thank you. May the Lord bless you, and may gladness and rejoicing fill your heart and your home and your life. Oh, the smell of cedar fills the air this evening. Love it. Well, join me next time and we'll see what we can fill the air with then. Thanks for watching.